My great hope is that we are at a point, and this is what the Kabarak call itself says, where all people of good faith, whether or not they're friends, can work together and say, this is our only home, and take the steps that are necessary and work together in diversity. There'll be lots of differences of opinion, but believe me, there are so many thousands of things that need to be done that every little bit counts.
I think when we talk of Quakerism, we look at our inner selves. And that, I think, the whole issue of sustainability or sustaining life on Earth is a challenge within ourselves. Sustainability means simplicity. How do we live in our own home? Sustainability means peace. If we want peace to be lasting, it means, we need to work on how we can make it sustainable and lasting.
I like to think of ourselves, human beings, as an ecosystem. I mean, we need the diversity of cultures and languages and thoughts, and we have to stop, slow down, and pay attention. So I think, as speaking as a Quaker now, the very first step we take is to listen to other people, to the still small voice. The Kabarak call for peace and eco-justice was itself almost a miraculous thing. It emerged from this worldwide consultation, and we asked people in Bolivia and the Pacific Islands and India and Nepal and Hong Kong and Alaska, Central America, the United States, Canada, Norway, Netherlands, Great Britain. And they all lead to the same conclusion. The way out is not more weapons. The way out is not building higher walls. The way out is not beggar your neighbor. It's the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And we're now looking at a situation where we have to do that at a planetary scale.
It's about thinking of our Earth and thinking of where we live. And I think of community. How do we as Quakers work not only within our own community, but what makes Quakers unique is the ability to work across divides and bring different people together and talk about those areas of concern.
I see this as the peace testimony written at the level of the planet. In a sense, Earth Care began with the Beatitudes. And when Jesus said, there are really only two commandments, love God and love your neighbor. I think that speaks to the very heart of the spiritual tradition of which Quakerism is a part. To me, that's what Earth Care is. But a lot of people are still seeing it in terms of what kind of light bulb should I choose? Do I drive my car? Do I eat a hamburger? Those are important questions.
Sustainability is not only a North American issue. I think it is a global issue.
What this is about is something that affects equally Indigenous people around the world who are on the front line right now at this very moment, and it will eventually come home to our children and grandchildren in their homes where they live right now.
What we really try to do in the consultations is it just shows how we work as Quakers is to be able to listen and to be present and to hear everybody's perspectives. In my capacity as a Quaker at the Quaker UN office, I was asked to attend the Friends World Plenary in Peru. And so the World Plenary is actually the meeting where all friends from all over the world descended in Pisac, Peru. And then when I did this consultation, we had about 60 friends from all over the world, where we wanted to see what they do within their communities on sustainable living. A young woman from Bolivia said, we've been trying to work with kids on a daily basis so that they know the importance of or the value of water. And then we had a gentleman from Kenya saying we're trying to have our government plant more trees because people are cutting down trees because they need that to cook. And so, the cycle keeps going. It was kind of interesting to see there were people from different walks of life that were doing small little things that were important within their community.
There's two answers to what can my meeting do. One is the PSAC Minute. The PSAC Minute simply asks each monthly meeting to set itself two goals, its own goals. Nobody's going to impose things on it. It's an exercise fundamentally in listening to your own conscience, but I think it's really exciting because it means everybody can do something.
Start with what works within your community and introduce it to your meeting. To say, this is what my small community or my neighborhood is doing. We're starting a community garden and would want our meeting to be part of the process and bring people together. Because you'd be surprised that everybody's doing small things, but they're not connecting with everybody else. If you want to get involved with what Quakers are doing in sustainability, go contact your local meeting. Friends are always have open arms to anyone who's interested in their work.
Everybody is welcome. This is a common task. We are all living together on this planet that is our home. Welcome. Welcome, and let's work together.